I'm Sanjeev, founder and CTO at Meesho. Yeah, it has been an interesting and inspiring journey for sure. When we started Meesho, the incumbent e-commerce platforms were more brand oriented and targeted towards tier 1 users in India, while most of the tier 2 plus audience was left out of the entire e-commerce revolution, right? And if you look at India, it's primarily an SMB economy. Which means most of the commerce that happens in India, which is maybe more than 90%, is unbranded. We thought this is an interesting problem statement to solve, an inspiring one as well, where we take e-commerce to hinterlands of India. And the biggest prerequisite for that was to bring in SMBs online and make them and enable them to sell online and become successful. And that is what we have done, and I'm very proud of the progress that we have made towards our mission of democratizing internet commerce for everyone. Currently, on both sides of the marketplace, more than 50% of the users as well as suppliers are new to e-commerce. If you look at the scale at which we operate, right, we have more than 5% Indian households transacting with us on the demand side. On the supply side, we have more than 7 lakh suppliers associated with Meesho. In a marketplace like Meesho, user and suppliers both have to take a lot of decision making, and human driven decision making just doesn't operate at our scale. Then we have consciously invested in building the right culture for the company right from day one. It starts with hiring the right people, which is hiring some of the great talent out there in the industry, just because the kind of problems that we are solving are getting solved in India for the first time. Just to give you an example, nobody has solved e-commerce for tier 2 plus users in India, that too in an asset light manner, because that gives us the advantage of rapidly scaling everywhere across the country on both sides. Right from the beginning, I think the first 10 people that we hired in some way set the foundation of the culture. The next 50 people that we hired kind of made that foundation stronger. And after that, the next 100, 200 people that they're going to hire defines the culture for the company. After that, it becomes very difficult to change it. But I think somewhere around 200, 300 mark, we tried to codify our culture, our values. We interviewed almost everyone in the company to understand what makes a Meeshoite successful in Meesho. And then we defined a lot of these values. Right now we have 10 values. And we have taken this problem statement of defining values as a product problem as well. We keep iterating on that. We keep trying to discover the problems that we have with the current set of values. What are the newer requirements that we have for the next goals that we want to achieve over the next 2 years, and iterating on the values itself. So I think just being proactive about defining the values, iterating on it, and second, how do you use these values in the company matters a lot. Are these values really defining the way, driving the way people take decisions in Meesho? And in Meesho, we take it very seriously, right from the way we conduct meetings, to the way we conduct appraisals, to the way we decide which problem statements to solve. In each and every day, the values are ingrained deeply into a Meeshoite's lifestyle. I think beyond technical skills, which of course are extremely important because we operate at a scale which very few companies in India would have seen. Just to give you some sense, we operate at about 250,000 requests per second, right? So beyond technical expertise, one thing which is very important is taking strong ownership. We are a small team. We are roughly 500 member tech team. We operate at a scale where some of the other companies take 4x the number of engineers just to make sure they live through some of these sale days, right? So it's super high performing culture, which means each person gets very high ownership of everything that they do. So ownership is extremely important. Second, I think once you join Meesho, you get to work on some of the very interesting and hard problems, which are very new in nature because in India, nobody has solved it. And second, while solving it, the amount of impact that people create is massive. Like because of you, a lot of users in India will now be able to buy something which either was not available or was not affordable. So just a massive impact on real India is something that you get through Meesho. If you really enjoy and get excited by solving at a scale of millions of requests per minute, if you really enjoy solving hard problems through tech, and if you want to see your contribution directly in creating massive impact for real India. Come join us.